Welcome back to the Geelong Cricket Show and our little friend Glenn. He's the duck. That's right, Glenn McGrath. He was always famous for making ducks, so we've named him Glenn. Welcome to the Geelong Cricket Show. Looking at the Geelong Cricket Association, it is very, very tight as we come into the penultimate round, round 12 of the GCA Division 1 first, and undoubtedly the big game this weekend will be between Geelong West and South Barwon at the West Oval. Tim Michell, this will be a game to go a long way to see.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be a fantastic clash, and obviously we've spoken about Geelong West, 6 wins on the trot and playing some fantastic cricket. Dean saw that firsthand last week as they did a number on his boys, but South Barwon also claimed a pretty easy win last weekend over a Bellpost Hill side that looks like they're all but out of contention for finals now. They're going to have to do something pretty special to come back in the last 2 weekends of action. I still think, though, Geelong West just know how to play this time of the season. They showed that last year. They can deal with the pressure at the business end of the season, and as desperate as South Barwon will be to sight that spot in the top 6, I'd be backing in Geelong West in this game.
Dino?
Yeah, well, I'm with you on this one, Rawlo. Winning form's good form, isn't it? And I think you'll find Glenn Tallarico back in the side will boost the West batting even more. And
it'd be interesting to see if Loftus and Vabovsky are back in the same side. But Geelong West, the Rams, on the run towards the finals, chasing back-to-back premierships. Grovedale, yes, the Grovedale Tigers take on the two Blues. Newtown and Chewell out at the Stuart Boyd Oval at Burdu Reserve. Ollie?
Well, this is a must-win, isn't it? It's a must-win for the boys. And seeing we didn't get away the first game of the season against Newtown, this is the first time we play in this season. So, yeah, must-win for the boys, and I'm sure they'll do it.
Tim, do you think Gary Kelson will continue opening, or will they drop him down to about number 5, where he did make runs earlier a few games ago when he enjoyed batting in the middle order?
No, Gary's experienced. I think they'll keep him up the top of the order. But Barry Cheetahs, obviously the coach out at Grovedale, will be putting it on his boys this weekend, and especially on his batsmen if he does win the toss and bat, to get back to the form that saw them take top of the table for a lot of the season. Obviously, they've slipped down to 3rd at the moment, Grovedale, but I think they're a good enough side to sweep Newtown and Chewell aside pretty easily from the form we've seen from the two Blues.
The Lara Cats out at the Lara Recreation Reserve, yes, at the Snake Pit, take on St Joseph's, who now sit on top of the GCA Division 1 ladder. Lara could be, maybe, without Christopher John Bambury, dependent upon what circumstances have taken place, but St Joseph's Dean are playing top cricket.
Yes, and they'll welcome back their captain coach, so he'll strengthen that side up. It's a very tough game to pick a winner out of this one, isn't it? It's out the Snake Pit. Oh, blimey, Danny Hughes is on song again. So, look, I don't know. I think I'll go for Lara.
Go for Lara. St Joseph's with leading Daniel Fanning. 561 runs at the top of the run makers at an average of 51, and he also has got 27 wickets, an average of 14.69. He's $1.05 to take out the Jack Singh medal. David Morgan back on the St Joseph's side. They should be too strong, Tim?
Yeah, it's a very handy inclusion, as you say, Daniel Fanning, and fantastic touch as well. And, you know, Graham, over the last month or so, I don't tip against St Joseph's, so I'll be backing them in this weekend. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see how Lara deal with what has been obviously a tumultuous week for the club, with Chris Bambury obviously appealing the 2-week suspension that he did get, and that verdict might end up having a big role in the proceedings out there at Lara and what way the game ends up going.
North Geelong, after the last round loss, have slipped to 7th position on the ladder. They take on Bellpost Hill in a must-win for both sides. The North Geelong Magpies or the Bellpost Hill boys, Tim Mitchell?
I'm going to go for North Geelong. I think they're still within touching distance and that little bit closer, a game ahead of Bellpost Hill at the moment. So I think they can win and potentially get back inside the top 6, depending on the result of that South Barwon game that we had a chat about a little bit earlier. So plenty to play for North Geelong. Obviously, Alf Clark with the monkey off the back, so to speak, about the record. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore, can just go out and make runs, and I think Alf will lead that North Geelong side to victory.
Ollie, your wise choice on this one?
Oh, dependent on Brad Stacey. If Brad Stacey plays for Bellpost Hill, I think they can win.
Stacker, it's on your shoulders, according to Dino. Leopold take on Geelong City out at the Leopold Memorial Recreation Reserve. Can the Sharks upset the Lions, Dino?
No.
Succinct, straight to the point, Tim Mitchell.
I think Geelong City are actually a really good show in this one. From Christmas, they probably got put together some of the better form of the sides that are outside the top 6. And while Leopold, over the last few weeks, have been playing some pretty decent cricket, I think Geelong City, led by Shane McNamara, who's been in pretty good touch and rumoured to be pretty close to getting selected also in that GCA Country Week side. I think he'll be one of the big players and lead Geelong City to victory there in what will probably be deemed by a few people as an upset.
And in the final game in this round 12 clash, Manifold Heights at home to East Belmont. East Belmont have got the easiest run home in the top 6 sides. They're currently in 4th. They play Manifold Heights this round, Leopold in the final round. East Belmont looking set.
Yeah, East Belmont, I think, Graham, they're in a fantastic position, and it's a credit to them with the cricket they've been playing over the last few weeks. Obviously went down in that 2020 final, but I imagine Sean Hall and his boys, they've got bigger fish to fry over the next month and a half or so of cricket, and they'll be setting themselves for a shot at another GCA title. There's obviously a few in the coffins out there at East Belmont, and I think while Manifold Heights had a good win last weekend, I can't see them beating East Belmont, even though they are playing at home.
Dino?
East Belmont, are they playing on their home ground?
Was that very hard for you to say?
No. I think East Belmont are...
No, they're playing up at Manifold Heights.
At Manifold Heights?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a different kettle of fish then, because it's a very difficult deck up there, and whoever bats first will win.
Division 2, the Tommy Tigers still unbeaten on 63 points at the top of the ladder, 12 points clear of St Peters. And in Division 3, St Albans Breakwater are still unbeaten also. They're on 78 points, including 3 outrights, and they're 16 points clear of the Teesdale Tadpoles they beat last round. So it looks like Thompson and St Albans Breakwater will be the sides to beat in Division 2 and Division 3. And coming up on Monday, it starts Melbourne Country Cricket Week for the Victorian Country Cricket League. Geelong Cricket Association playing their first game against Warrnambool and District Cricket Association at the Geelong Cricket Ground on Monday. Dino, should be another great country week.
Yes, weather looks like being okay, so I'll be down there having a bit of a gander. It should be a good game.
Tim, you take your seat up on the Bob Merriman stand to watch it?
Yeah, it certainly will be. It's a great chance to get out there, and obviously I'd implore everyone to get down to the Geelong Cricket Ground, because it's a great chance to see the best cricketers in the region going about their business and playing together as well, which is always interesting to see how they do gel when you put all those cricketers together, and possibly a few egos as well, Graham, into that one side.
They then take on Kyabram at the Northcote Bill Laurie Oval on the Tuesday. They take on Richmond at Punt Road Oval on the Wednesday, and finish up playing Mornington Peninsula down at the Kingston Saints Cricket Ground on the Thursday, and all fingers crossed should be appearing at the Albert Ground on the Friday. Thanks for being with us on the Geelong Cricket Show again this week. Thanks to our special guest Dean Oliver. Tim Michell, enjoy your cricket this afternoon. As we say, a very good morning, and Rollo, catch ya next week.